Well, hello everybody. We got a good one. We got the phone carrying case inspired by the Android and iPhone that are selling out. They cost over $200 and you can make this one with one skein of yarn and it works up beautiful. Look at it. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Has the ridges, has everything like the original ones. So let's dive into this, and I can't wait. Well, hello everybody, it's Ronnie with Whippin' Jane. Hello. We are making this phone carrying case. It's a replica of the $200 iPhone carrying cases people are buying like crazy apparently. You don't need to do that. Buy some yarn. Acrylic yarn. It's crazy. This is one of the most easiest projects you can do. I am using stash yarn, and I know this is a brand new, well, it looks brand new. I've had this probably for over a year. Like I said, I am on a mission of keeping using the yarn that I have. Anyway, this is a beautiful color, like absolutely beautiful. It's called Gold. I have a second one, but it has a throw up issue, but I'm using it. But I wanted to show you a nice one. So it's loops and threads. It's a 4-ply, and you're gonna need 2 hooks. You're gonna need I don't know if you can see it. It's a 3.5 millimeter. Can you see it? 3.5, and you need a 4 millimeter. Okay, so I'm using my yarn that has a belly problem. If I can find the beginning of it, and hold on a minute. Okay, so I like trying to fix it, and when it's too bad I just trim that little section and I move on. All right, so the first things first, we're using our 4 millimeter crochet hook. Leave a little bit of a tail. You don't need to leave a really long tail. All you do, how we start is we're going to chain 140. Now, this chain is very adjustable. It does not have to be an odd count, does not have to be an even count, does not have to be a certain stitch count. You make the chain as long as you want. I'm suggesting 32 inches, but I do 140. I like things a little longer. I'm short, but I like things to carry a little longer on me because of the way I'm built. But you do the chain that works for you. And so if you want a shorter chain, or if you're a taller person, if you want a longer chain, do a longer chain, you know. But remember, when we do these single crochet back loop only stitches on this, it will condense the chain a little bit. So I would suggest to make the chain a little bit longer than what you're comfortable with when you test a chain around you. That is my suggestion. So chain 140, or whatever chain you need to put around your shoulder and crossing over your chest over to your side. And remember, make it just a tad longer than you think is good, because these chains will shorten it up. Okay, I made mine ridiculously long because I like it long, but you do the length that works for you. Okay, so after you get your length, you are definitely going to want some stitch markers for this, so you're not questioning your stitches. So in the back horizontal bars, I strongly suggest you use these bars. You're going to need it for the project. Second chain from the hook, you're going to single crochet 1 in every one of those bars. So after you get your second stitch in, mark your first stitch. All right, so put in 1 single crochet in every stitch. Oops, back up. Pull that out. I am so sorry. You need to change to your 3.5. I apologize, guys. So anyway, second stitch, do your single crochet in the back horizontal bars with the 3.5 5mm hook. Very important that you switch back down. There we go. So you don't put one single crochet in each bar, going across, and then I'm going to meet you at the end, and then we're going to talk on what we're doing. Okay. Okay, I'm coming down to the last couple stitches on the back horizontal bars. Make sure you get that last stitch. There you go. So now you're going to turn do not chain. All right, this is important. Do not chain. You don't take your hook, you're going to go into back loop. You're going to immediately do a back loop, single crochet, and do that in the next stitch. But before you go any further, mark that first stitch, because it can be sneaky and disappear on you. But anyway, you're going to do back loop, single crochet. You're staying with the same hook, the 3.5. You're going to do back loop, single crochet, all the way down. And I'm going to show you how to handle your last stitch on this. So let's do the back loop, single crochet in every stitch, just one in every stitch. And then I'm going to meet you at the end of this to show you how to do it. I showed you this end, how to do that, and I'm going to show you how to do the last stitch and turn. So I'll meet you back in a moment. Okay, excuse my voice today, guys. So I'm coming down on the end of this first row. Such a beautiful stitch, the back loop single crochet, isn't it? Just so pretty. So go all the way down, but don't do that last stitch that's in that stitch marker. Take your stitch marker out, and I pinch it to hold it. Go through the full stitch. Don't just do the back loop, okay? Go through the full stitch and do your single crochet. So then you turn. Notice I did not chain one. You go right back in and do your single crochet back loop only without your chain one. And then you continue the back loop only. But after I do my second stitch, I always mark that first stitch, because it does like to play hide and seek. Okay, so you're going to keep doing this back and forth, like I showed you, all the way, and you're going to keep doing it until the width of this until this measures 2.5 inches. So you need it to grow to about 2.5 inches. Now, the amount of rows is going to be different for everybody, because everybody crochets differently, and if you chose a different size hook. So keep an eye on it, measure it, and after I get 2.5 inches, we'll see how many rows it took for me to do it. So just keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until you have 2.5 inches. Okay. Oh my God, I love how this is turning out. Look at this, really pretty. So a couple notes. Make sure, don't like stretch it out to make sure you got the width. Make sure your width is at least 2.5. Mine's just a touch over, It's really okay. But make sure it's 2.5 inches. So when you got this is the whole thing so far. I did mine longer and I'm really grateful that I did. So now you need some stitch markers. I will recommend the ones that clip on, okay? So now, it doesn't matter what side you work on. And on lay that, you can start from the other side or this side. One side's going to be measured at 6 inches. The other side is going to be measured at 1.75. So, there we go. So I'm going to measure 6 inches from the bottom. And I'm going to mark the stitch. And I'm going to do the same on this side. I'm trying to make sure I get the same stitch. Six inches, about there. You don't need to measure this side, but I do. You do. You don't need to. You don't have to. Don't stress about it. It's just, I'll be honest with you, it's my OCD sticking in. Doing one side just doesn't work in my brain. So, anyway, so now, just make sure you're doing the side that you're crocheting on, okay? So now we need 6 inches. I mean, 1 3/4 inches on this side. Right there. Okay, and again, I'm just going to do down here too, because that's me. Okay. So now what I need you to do, still working on the 3.5 millimeter hook, come back to the side that you ended on. And you are going to do the same stitching that you've been doing this entire project so far. I want you to back loop single crochet up to the stitch marker, and I'll meet you back. Okay, so I crocheted up to the stitch marker. I'm going to take the stitch marker out, and do one more stitch where the stitch marker was. Oh, wrong hook. Okay. Don't know if I did that in the wrong hook, but I'm going to let that be. I don't think I did. It's okay. Not the end of the road. So now what you need to do is you need to count your first free stitch here all the way down to right above the stitch marker here. Not the one that it's in, the one right above it. count that many stitches. Whatever that count is, you don't do a chain, but go to your 4mm. So if there's 50 in between, chain 50. If there's 100, chain 100. Whatever your chain is from this stitch over down here, whatever that chain is, do that. That number is, do that chain, and we'll be right back. Okay, after you got your chain, one of the big things about this is make sure your chain is not, we're going to be switching back to the 3.5. Make sure your chain is not twisted at all. So take your time on it. Yes, mine's very long. Okay. So you go down to where your stitch marker is. And you do right where the stitch marker is, you go in and do your back loop, single crochet right in there. And once you get in there, you can remove that stitch marker. And then you're gonna back loop, single crochet. Remember, we're back on a 3.5mm hook. And back loop, single crochet like normal. Last stitch it going completely. And then return. You can take the bottom one out. Turn. Oh, that was my one. All right, so we do our back loop, single crochet, we're turning, we're doing another row. Put your stitch marker in there. So back loop, single crochet, and when you get to your chain, I would flip it if I were you and do all single crochets in those back horizontal bars. It's going to seem like a pain in the butt right now, but it's going to make your project look much nicer. It's proven tough on me on this one, first one. I'm just on a back loop, single crochet all the way down. When I get down to the bottom, I'll be back. Okay, so we did it completely. Yeah. We attached and finished. So now you're just going to keep going back and forth, back loop, and single crochet as you've been doing the entire project. So what I want you to do is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I did 13 rows. So then you'll do 13 rows on that side. So whatever you did on this side, you do on this side, all right? So count your rows. I count by the ridges. Each ridge is counted as 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and there's a little one down there, 13. So do your same amount on this side, and then we're going to meet back. Okay, so I did it. Here's our end. Looks really nice, doesn't it? This is where I had to attach more yarn. But anyway, so I left a tail on this side. You don't have to. It's not a requirement. It's really not. But it helps. So, and what I do is I pull my yarn through. Okay. So, I'm going to show you what to do on this side, and you can do the same thing on the other side. Okay. So you lay it flat and you bring it in to the middle. And then you mark what you can do. Actually, it's supposed to be about 6 inches. Mine's just a tad short, but that's okay. So it's like the line right before the 6. So I can mark it. I'm gonna go down 1. And then you can count your stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28, 29. And then I can go on this side and count 29 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. And mark the 29th stitch. That way, you're both on the same playing field. And then take a darning needle, and like I said, I got my tail, so I don't have to worry about attaching it. Switch sides here because I'm right-handed. And then you're going to do back on the stitch that's closest to you. I'm going to go through the back, the loop that's closer to you. And then on the stitches that are farthest away from you, use the loop that's farthest away from you. Okay? So the chain that's closer to you, and then the chain that's farthest away from you. And then you're going to stitch it. You're going to go up. And then you're going to go right over to the next stitch. Do the back one. And then the back one. Okay. Again. Back one. And back one. right next to it. Now this is going to be turned right side out then when we're done. So I'm going to finish going up here and tying off. Then I'm going to show you, we just do the whip stitch down here, but I'll be right back. Okay, look how adorable that is, guys. I'm just saying. Okay, so now make sure it's evenly. I got dog hair everywhere. That's free in the videos, guys. All right, so make sure it's even, like even where you want it. Okay. So then the bottom is just whip stitching. Nothing fancy. And then I'm going to go over these tails so that I don't have to worry about them actually. So just take your time. Do your whip stitching, and then do what I showed you on this side, on the other side, which is a much shorter side, and then we will be back. All right, so now all you do is turn them right side out. Get my camera to go out and then I was going in. So look at how beautiful this is. Let me get my stuff out of the way so I can set it down. Look at this. Perfect phone carrying case, and this does not cost you $200. It costs you one skein of yarn and your time. Well, I am Ronnie. Until next time, please enjoy crocheting, please subscribe to our channel, and please join us on all our social media platforms. We have Facebook, we have TikTok, and we have Instagram. Please come join us and follow us to help us to keep bringing you these beautiful tutorials. Until next time, it's always a work in progress. Maggie and I thank you so very much. Bye-bye, everybody. Well, here it is, guys. The iPhone carrying case, inspired by iPhone carrying case. Turns up beautiful. It works up beautiful. I am so excited to see the colors that you guys do and see your projects. Well, I'm Ronnie, I work with Maggie, and we bring you these beautiful crochet tutorials. Until next time, it's always a work in progress here, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.